Hi everybody, Bryant Blakemore here with the Quattro Motorsports, and this is another episode of Racetruck Diaries. I think it's 18. I'm gonna have to go back and look because I really don't know, because I'm losing my mind. This last push before the race is really difficult. I work nights this week. I work 12-hour shifts. It's a 2-hour drive to get back to the shop and then do whatever I'm gonna do, and then a 2-hour drive to get back to work. And yesterday I got to the shop around 8 a.m. Worked all night, got to the shop around 8 a.m. Worked on trying to figure out the CAN bus and why my little display screen was not picking up data. Unfortunately, Mondays are really difficult for the guys. It seems legit to remote in and be able to log into my computer and tell me what's going on. So I was able to text with them a little bit, and I did some testing of the system with an ohm meter and just a multimeter set on measuring resistance. And I'm gonna have to remake my entire CAN bus wiring. I did something, it's not right. It's not ohming out the way it should be. That's okay. We can redo it. I had Kiki was able to run some errands for me, especially after I left. And so she picked up new resistors for me, and I've already got a twisted pair that I'll make a new string up, and I'm going to rewire it like I showed you in one of the previous videos where I showed how I had it wired incorrectly. I corrected that mistake, wired it differently, and it's still not working properly, so we're going to scrap it all and start over. That's going to take some time. Probably, yeah, maybe tomorrow I gotta sleep tomorrow. Day after, sometime this week, I'll get back to the shop, and then I will be able to remake that stretch of CAN wiring. Also, my chase truck is at the mechanic shop because it's got a wheel speed sensor that I just did not have time to get to. I could still drive it, but I didn't have cruise control, and I had a bunch of ABS warning lights and whatnot, so I wanted to make sure that got fixed. So I took it over to Danny's Automotive, which is just around the block from my shop. I take a lot of my cars there for various things. And so Danny's gonna try to get that sensor replaced, and maybe a wheel hub, if it turns out the wheel hub is bad. Shouldn't be, it's an SKF hub and it's not that old. But if it is, I'll have him swap it out and do that. So prepping race cars is not just prepping race cars when you are racing the race cars. It's also prepping chase vehicles and prepping trailers and prepping everything else, and your daily driver that you have to use to get parts, which all my cars have been giving me fits. Not this last time I was home, but the time before that, which would have been 2 days ago, I think. The rear brake lines on my Chevy, the Ranch Runner, let go, and I had to build new brake lines instead of working on the race car. So that killed that entire day of time home. And again, I work, I drive to the shop, I try to get about 3 hours of sleep or so. Yesterday I got an hour, and I drive back to work and then work a shift. So this time right now, these last few days are just brutal. Trying to get everything last minute done so that I feel comfortable with the vehicle. The truck runs and drives. I could race it right now as it is, but I don't have transmission temperature and all that. Oh, and as I was driving it back to my shop from Jeremy's shop, I didn't have the gauge panel fastened in all the way, and it blew out of the dash and shorted out. So I don't have any power in my dash now. So I didn't investigate that. I just said, okay. I turned the switch off that powers all that. Hopefully it's just a blown fuse, and I can just swap out a fuse and be good to go. I hope. We'll see. We'll find out. Got the Chevy fixed, so I'm driving it again. The air conditioner was also on the fritz, and it's over 100 degrees, and that's a bummer. Everything is just compounding all at once. The Jetta has an axle that's acting up, so that'll be going in the shop when I'm in Vegas. all at the same time. Anyway, we're working on our pit strategy. There's a few last minute things we're trying to get covered as far as the truck goes, and trying to remember everything in my head that I need to get done, making lots of lists, but we'll get there. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get some rest before the race, because I have to race 555 miles to actually do the whole thing that I'm putting all this work into. But it'll happen. We're gonna be good. Everything's gonna work out. I feel good about it. I'm just very tired. I'm trying to maintain my patience and everything like that. It's a struggle when I get tired. Like with most people, you get a little grumpy when you get tired. So I'm trying to not let things aggravate me quickly and just keep my brain functioning to where I understand a problem must have a solution and then a fix, and put that process in motion, and that's how it works. It's all pretty simple stuff. Yeah, so we're in pretty good shape. Overall, I think a couple guys from the Dutch team will be here in 2 days. They'll be here on the 8th. Let's see, I work tonight, sleep 6, 7, go home I'll probably go home 7, come back 8. Come back and work 7, 8. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be there when they show up or not, but they'll be able to get to their truck and do what they need to do their final checks. And then we leave on the 12th, so in 6 days. 6 days and, 4 hours. I plan on leaving around 5 a.m. We're going to drive to Flagstaff, Arizona with both chase trucks and trailers, and both race trucks on the trailers. I don't want to deal with the heat and blowing trailer tires, because the trip out's going to be pretty brutal and heavy weight. So the goal is to get to Flagstaff at a reasonable time, take a break, go over the trucks a little bit, and then I think we're going to try to drive both race trucks from Flagstaff to Vegas, 300 or 400 miles, hopefully earlier in the day. That way we can get to Vegas at a reasonable time, and hopefully get to our Airbnb and all that, and start leveling out there. So it's going to be good. Got a good team coming. We've got, I'll have job assignments for everybody. We've got a few people that have volunteered to do things in order to do the prep, and it'll be good. After a few more of these videos, like after the race, I'll sit down and I'll do a breakdown of cost. I'll do my sponsorship, partnership episode, and all that kind of stuff. So there'll be stuff coming up. I don't think I'm going to get to those just because I'm not functioning high enough to turn my attention away from specifically what the race car needs, to look at stuff in the past and money I've spent and all that kind of stuff. I don't care right now. We got to get to the race, and we got to do the race. So I will reevaluate all that for y'all, and kind of show you what I've spent to do this, and to get my truck to the point that it is now and all that. We'll go over that after the race, after I'm rested. Yeah, Racetruck Diaries, episode 18. I'm very tired. I really appreciate the help I'm getting from people. Kiki has been an enormous help. She went to the electronics shop and got the antenna cable for the chase truck, my third one, cut down, and a small end put on it so it matches my radio and is the appropriate length, because the last one we had on the race truck broke off and I lost an antenna that I had never transmitted on. So there's another $80 gone to buy a new antenna and a new cable, and then the cost of modifying it was another $13 or something like that. So nickel and dime, that's what happens. But we got that done. We got to get it installed. She's going to be in the shop tomorrow, which is actually later today, to wire in all the rock lights. She was working on her wiring diagram tonight as we were on the phone with each other, and I think she's got a pretty good plan to do that. So super stoked. Really excited to see what she comes up with for that, and we'll just keep plugging along. So, rambling. Thanks for watching episode 18. Stay tuned. ToroRacing.com/charity. Sign up for the pledge drive. We're almost to our goal. Let's try to get there in this next week, and let's raise some money for the Burkhardt, and show people what people can do. Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys.